Hello, a quick mention at first. The first 3 minutes of the video has some distorted audio quality, but after 3 minutes things will go back to normal, so please hang on. Hello everyone, and welcome to my fourth and final traditional sealed event of Forgotten Realms. So as usual, I will show the card pool, and then I will make a cut in the recording, and then I will continue recording when I have figured out the deck or decks I will be using in the event, and I will build the decks sort of on front of camera, and then I will proceed to the matches. Let's see the rares first. So this is traditional sealed, which means that there will be rounds up to 4 wins, match wins, so best of 3 matches, or the event will also end if I have 2 match losses. Alright, so I got a pretty nice mythic rare and pretty nice same color rare, very good 2-drop for black decks, and even death is just, pretty much. Well, as usually some mythic rares are really much better than a corresponding common, so for 4 mana you get a flash 5/2 flyer. Yeah, and that's of course not everything. You can't block with it because it enters tapped. I mean, you can't block, as a surprise blocker, but then you get to cast this whenever a creature died this turn, not named even dead. So if it itself dies, you can't recast it. But well, it's just a bum rare, no question about that. A 5-power flyer that is so cheap can just finish the game quickly, and although it is easy to block and trade with and easy to remove with removal spells, you can get it back so easily that it's just a crazy bum. Dungeon Descent, bad card. Not gonna play this card. I mean, I don't think there's a possibility to have enough legendary creatures to make this worth playing. The activation is super expensive too, because you have to also tap this land, and for other mana sources, you have to basically tap 5 mana and a legendary creature you control to venture once. Compare this to something like the 3 mana rock that taps for colorless mana, or if you pay 3 mana and tap it, you get to venture. It's a lot better card than this. Now this takes just a land slot, but it's a land that enters tapped always and just produces colorless mana. So this is just bad. Alright, so this is of course good. All the animated lands in this set are fantastic, and the Triumphant Adventurer is a crazy good 2-drop. The Zalto is okay, nothing too crazy, but it is a 7-power Trampler, only 3 toughness for 5 mana. Creature is of course not ideal, but it will trample through some damage most of the time, and you get to, unless opponent removes this via some non-damage dealing card, you get to venture at least once with this thing. So this is going to be played in any red deck, but it's not really a bomb rare or anything. Based on the rares alone, I have 4 excellent cards for white-black deck, and really I hope that I have a lot of good commons and uncommons for white and black, and enough cards in general to just play white-black. But let's see now the actual card pool. Okay, so I actually, in this kind of a recording, I actually had the chance to listen to my first part of recording, and the sound quality was bad, and that happens very rarely in this when I record videos. I don't know what's the cause of it, but when I'm recording, I can't know the outcome. So I saw that the video started with very bad sound quality, so I record this part again. But I will leave the previous part because I can no longer show the cards I opened. So you saw the race already. Now let's see the pool. I already went through this one, so I'm maybe a bit quicker now. Of course, you haven't seen these yet, but there's nothing too amazing happening in here. The black-white deck seems to be the most likely outcome, but let's see the cards very quickly. So there's the white rare land, and there's some amount of playable white cards here, nothing to be excited about. For example, here everything is playable, and I have 2 white dragons, which is amazing. This is in my opinion, the second best of the dragon cycle, and I have 2 of these. It's fantastic. So white will most likely be one of the main colors. Blue has a lot of cards, but none of them is very exciting. As you can see, these are like playable cards. Charmed Sleep is maybe a bit above average, but nothing amazing. Here, more blue cards which are like playable, but not amazing. There's no blue bomb or anything, and there's just not reason to go into blue if I can make a deck that can utilize my bombs better. The black cards are next, and the problem with the black cards is that there are not a lot of them. So Devour Intellect is quite bad. Sampling Ghast is playable. Sepulchre Goal, only very mediocre when you don't have the steel effects. So this is like a 2-drop I can play, but I would not like to play. I will see how many of these I'm gonna play. I have 2 of them, so I will play from 0 to 2, of course, but I would prefer to not play both of them. I guess I could play like one. White is of course crazy good 2-drop, and then these are all nice cards, but as you can see, this is the 7 mana card, so the last black card is the Black Dragon. The total amount of black cards, playable ones, is not a lot, but everything here is playable, and Grim Bounty is of course crazy good common. The drop is pretty good, not amazing, but it's still decent removal, and the black-white deck will have some venturing, so this is a little bit better, of course, in decks that have some other venture cards. Even Death, absolutely fantastic bomb, and Black Dragon pretty expensive, but still worth playing absolutely. And here, that was all the black cards. But now you see the kind of the greatest part of the card pool. There's some playable red cards, also an unplayable one, and this is also unplayable basically. Well, not completely, but I really don't want to play this kind of card. But look at this. That is 3 Dragon's Fires. And this is going to be splashed, especially because when we go to lands, you see I have the land support for the splash, but yeah, this is pretty fantastic that you have 3 of the best commons in the set in your sealed pool. I don't have to play main color red, I can just play whatever color combination, and I will be splashing 3 Dragon's Fires. The other red cards are still good, but same as with black, there's not a lot of red cards here. I would play all of these in the deck if I ended up playing red, but I think the black and white is just better combination with the rares. But I will, of course, check it more accurately when I actually post the recording and build the actual deck. Okay, green has, well, here, this is fine. This is great, 2-drop. This is very good 2-drop, but then the rest of the green, not exciting. I have 3 of the spoils of the hunt, but absolutely, it's very different from having 3 Dragon's Fires. These are like playable, maybe slightly above average, but I'm not even sure if I want to play all 3 of these, even if I played green as my main color. This is just not amazing card, it's merely playable. And then this one, well, it allows to splash, but then we will see the rest of the green cards. The best green card by far is the Purple Worm, but the rest of the green, it's not really worth. I mean, I could make a functioning deck that has green cards in it, but it's just not going to utilize my best cards in the pool. So it's very unlikely I will be playing green. Now I have the black-white rare you already saw. If I end up playing black-white, fantastic card. Death Touch and First Strike, such a great combination of abilities. It's going to be very hard for the opponent to block this thing. And I have the black and white uncommon too, which is definitely good in this black and white deck, that if I end up playing it, I will have a bunch of venture in it. And this is of course going to be a decent card in that deck. And there's the black and green uncommon, which is I think the worst of the bunch. Every color pair has one of these legendary uncommons, but it's okay, but it's not really anything like strong. But yeah, this is the good part. Evolving Wilds and the Temple of the Dragon Queen makes it easy to, well, not easy, but easier to splash the Dragon's Fires. So this is, having both of these in my pool means that I will definitely splash all the 3 Dragon's Fires to whatever deck I'm playing. I guess I could play red as my main color. Well, in that case, obviously, Dragon's Fires will be in the deck anyway. Okay, Great Axe, not great. Oh yeah, it says it's Great Axe, but it's really not a great card. I wouldn't advise playing this. Equip cost of 5 is just amazingly a lot. +4/+0 is no joke, but equip cost of 5 is really too much. And the rest of the artifacts are like not great. Spear Dagger is a good sideboard card. I could see sideboarding Spiked P-Trap, or maybe playing one even in the main deck. It's possible, but it's really a lot of mana for 5 damage. But it is something you might just want to play because it's sealed. People will have some kind of bumps in their decks, and it might be just worth playing a 5 mana. Well, it's fun +5, but anyway, this works when you have 5 lands. You can deal 5 damage to a creature. Mimic is bad. Even though I want to splash the red, I don't think I'm gonna put this in my deck because you have to sacrifice this to make the red. So if you splash for the 3 red cards, you can only cast one of them with this, so not worth it. And the activated ability is the 3/3 creature part is pretty bad. So now I will make a cut to the video and I will figure out the deck and I will return in a couple of seconds and you will see what I came up with. Alright, so unsurprisingly the white-black deck is going to be the one I'm gonna play. There's just no reason to play the other colors. I mean, I will splash for the Dragon's Fires for sure, but the black has just too many good cards. Grim Bounty, Ebon Death, White, and still a reasonable assortment of cards. And the black-white, the rare is just amazing. Not the uncommon is not, that great. It's good, but this is really the reason to play both black and white. This is a 2-drop creature, so it's not really a splashable card. So if you don't play both black and white as your main colors, it's not really a good inclusion in the deck. So the black is kind of an obvious color to play, and the white doesn't have that good cards except for the double white dragon. Now, if I didn't have any white dragon in here, I could consider black-red maybe here, for instance. But yeah, it's gonna be black and white. And this is also going to be 18 land deck for a couple of reasons. First of all, I will get easier to splash the red without making my colors too unreliable, even though I have the 2 lands that help me to fix mana. But also, one of the lands will be the creature land, so basically this kind of functions as a spell of sorts sometimes, so that's one reason to also always run an additional land if the land actually does something other than produce just mana. And the last reason is that the deck's power level is pretty good. And when you have a very powerful deck which features expensive cards, and this deck will feature expensive cards, you don't want to gamble on, getting stuck on low land count. It's definitely worth playing 18 lands because flooding won't be a big issue in this deck because I have the double white dragon and the black dragon, which is a 7 mana card. So flooding is rarely going to be that big of an issue. I will also play one Ranger's Hawk, which is, kind of a mana sink. And the Ebon Death also can come back when you have some extra mana up. So I will be playing 18 lands for that reason. And the build is one Ranger's Hawk and one You're Ambushed on the Road. This is the first card I'm going to sideboard away if I want to sideboard something specific in. But I think I want to start with this. It is a pretty reasonable card. 1 mana trick that can save your cards, re-trigger maybe some enters the battlefield abilities, which this deck has, some number of. And the +1/+3 trick is, it can be useful at times. The fact this costs only 1 mana is I think a decent filler card. The Cleric is fine here. The You Hear Something on Watch is definitely playable. Celestial Unicorn won't have that many ways to gain life, but always to be reminded to remember. Always something to remember is that one of the dungeons gain life as the first step. So Dungeon of the Mad Mage does gain you life. So that's also something that can just make this randomly as a make it a 4/3 creature. And I have some few ways to gain life, like this thing. And well, okay, the Containment goes in, the Pegasus goes in, White Dragon goes in. I consider this Potion of Healing because it will, make it easier to hit my land drops, and it, and also because it draws a card, it gets to my actual, bomb creatures a bit more. But it's still a waste. It's waste of tempo in the end. And I think if I had 2 Celestial Unicorns, I might play one of these because the gain life would be a bit better effect, but with just one thing that actually cares about me gaining life, it's not really a card I'm interested in playing. Here the Sampling Ghast can make it's good always, but it can also make a treasure token to cast one of the red spells, which is useful. I don't have to play any Sepulchre Goals. I just don't like it in this kind of deck. White absolutely precipitous drop, yep. That is good stuff. The Herald of Hadar is not amazing, but it is on the only 5-drop in the deck, and in case I actually get flooded, this has a mana sink ability too. And I will leave the Baleful Beholder out of the deck from the main deck because I have a couple of 6-drops and a 7-drop here, and it would make the mana a bit maybe you know, tough. With 18 lands I could play all the 6-drops, but I would rather sideboard this in against decks that have enchantments I want to get rid of. And I will play something like a 1 mana trick instead in the main deck. And then that was all the mono black cards I'm going to play in the main deck. I will of course put the golden cards here, and I will put of course the Dragon's Fires, and that's 22 cards. And now I will just add lands. So the Temple of the Dragon Queen. My deck actually has 4 dragons. These are uncommon ones and the one legendary one, the mythic rare, which also means that the Dragon's Fire has a good chance to deal 4 damage. These are 4 power creatures, and this is a 5 power creature, so it can also deal 5 damage in some cases. So that's fantastic. And this can enter untapped fairly often because I have 4 cards, 4 dragons that are not going to be played that early. So this will occasionally be untapped, which is fantastic. And the Evolving Wilds is going to be added. With 3 red cards and 2 ways to already produce red mana, I think I still want to play. I should put this before I forget. I definitely play the animated land here, and I will play 2 basic mountains because 3 red cards does require a bit more than just 3 sources here. Even though I have ways to make treasures, I can make treasures with this thing, and I can venture twice into the Phandelver lost mine of Phandelver to create a treasure token too. But still, I want to have. I mean, when I have one land that produces red forever, that's going to be enough for the Dragon's Fires, and I do want to have a fairly good chance to get that. So 2 mountains go in the deck, and then the rest will of course be swamps and plains. And I have here 1 white producing land, 2 that can produce either. So I guess if I just put 1 swamp here, for example, let's take this funny hand looking one. This is now an even amount of white and black. And with these, it's basically like 3 and 3. So if I put 6 and 6, that's even. It's when if you consider, you can't consider these as triple lands that produce all the colors, but it's a good enough approximation. So if I add 6 basics of swamps and plains here, I will have kind of 9 for white and black. And then I will have 4 for red, which I think satisfies the mana requirements in this deck well enough. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6 plains here to accompany the Cave of the Frost Dragon. So let's take these ones. And that is the main deck here. Yeah, I don't play any of these. The things I might sideboard in are still going to be like a Spiked Pit Trap, Spear Dagger, also maybe the Baleful Beholder. And if I need more 2-drops, I can play the Sepulchre Golds, for instance. But this is the main deck. I have some venture, not a lot. So let's see that before I go to the matches. So here, there's only 4 cards that can venture, but these 2 are repeatable, and I don't have to have a very high focus on the venturing, and with the repeatable ones I can actually complete the dungeon, which activates these things, the second ability, and makes this a lot better when you have completed the dungeon. So it's fine. Also, the reason I want to play one Ranger's Hawk is to have some kind of chance to actually complete the dungeon for these 2 cards. Right, so that's the deck, and again, as with these sealed events, I will make cuts here because sometimes finding the match in this traditional sealed can take like a couple of minutes, so you don't have to skip forward in the video. I will cut and the match will start right away when I play this press this button here now. Okay, it took over 6 minutes to find an opponent, so I'm glad it eventually happened at least. So here, I'm on the draw. Yeah, I have 1 and 2 drops, I can do it. And this will enter untapped on turn 1 and turn 2, so let's go. Oh, that's a very good one though. But I have a 1-drop and a 2-drop here, which is, I mean, the 2-drop is a white. So definitely better than the average thing. But let's see if they have something that they can... The whole dropper would be... Oh, well, they just sacked their crate. Wow, how is that happening? They actually played Deadly Dispute, sacked the great equipment here. I'm so happy they did that. Alright, I mean, they definitely do. I mean, most likely did it for a good reason, but I'm happy I don't have to worry about the equipment anymore. So let's see how they play at the turn 3. Nothing. Okay. Well, I will attack and see what happens. Nothing really. So, destroy target, enchantment, exalt target. I guess this is something I can tap with the Ranger's Hawk ability, so let's do it. Let's gain 2 life here. I hope they don't have any crazy enchantment that I want to get rid of. Let's see. Okay, that is a first giant, which I can Green Bounty, but actually not that easily. Because, obviously, it has Ward 3. Now, Triumphant Adventurer is great, so I will just play that and attack with this, because now I don't have mana to make the venturing happen. But this is, of course, something that doesn't care about the Ward ability here. And if they have another blocker, I can maybe Green Bounty that thing. This will also make a treasure token, so that the Dragon's Fire can be... Oh. Well. So am I gonna trade with... I get the venture and then I get to trade with one of these. I guess it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. But am I gonna venture into Fandelver? I think it's gonna be the Fandelver. The thing is, am I going to attack? I think I'm gonna venture again. So let's see. This is one option, but I think this is way too... This takes too much time. I'm not doing that. So... they had 2 of these Ward 3. I would have been able to kill with Grim Bounty anything else. So let's see now quickly. So not gonna be the Mad Mage, and not gonna be the Annihilation. I don't think I can get the 4/4 Death Toucher, but maybe I want to take the Storeroom Fungicam. I don't know actually. I could go for the Annihilation. I get 2 ventures now. Next turn I get 1 more. If I want to use the mana. I mean... Anyway, I'm gonna attack with this now. And this is gonna be venturing into... I guess I kinda like the Scry, but... 4/4... Okay, let's go for the Fandelver. I want a Scry here. I don't need another Dragon's Fire. Now, I have my one in my hand does deal 4, but there's no... Yeah, I don't have anything to do here. Just kill that and that gonna get killed, and then I will just venture again, tapping maybe this guy. Treasure token, yeah, it's more useful than the for sure than the the wild one here. The wild one doesn't then do anything. Treasure token gives me a black dragon easier and also allows me to play the Dragon's Fire. Now they will attack for 4. That's fine. Let's see if they play something that I can actually Grim Bounty. Oh. Wow, that's 3 Frost Giants. Well, okay. Pegasus allows me to attack with the white, so yeah, let's do that. Can attack for 5 here at least now. Now they can attack back for 8, but that means... Well, I will take damage. I'm not gonna jump block. I will go to 10 here. Maybe the next card they play can actually be killed, because it takes 7 mana to kill one of these with the Grim Bounty. With Dragon's Fire, 4 damage is not gonna be enough. So that is pretty... It's also funny because they didn't really play anything that affects the board before their turn 5. Okay, that I could just kill, but... Okay, Vampire Spawn, so that's actually good for the race there. I'm not gonna burn my treasure. If I draw land, I can actually play the Black Dragon. That might be just more valuable here. Herald? Okay then. So... I mean, these 4/5s, they're a problem. They are a problem. The white has to block the Soul Knife Spy. No, the Herald can block. Now, if they have removal, though, I mean, I can't take the Rime Sealed Frost Giants. I have to jump block them at least. Wow. If I attack with the white and they block, I get a 2-2. It will be tapped, though. But if they don't block, they're gonna drop. Because I'm attacking with the flyers for sure. And I will play the 4-4 here. It's very sad I didn't draw the land. That would have been pretty good. I just killed the Soul Map Spy and things would be a lot easier. But I mean, I can play the Grim Bounty and then the 2-mana removal spell if I really want to, but it's just not. Ah, no. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna attack with this. It's gonna be 5-6 damage. They're gonna go to 5. Then I can attack with the land next turn. Yeah, sure. I mean, if they block, I will get the 2-2. That's which will be tapped though. But let's see what happens. It's not that. If they kill my 4-4, they will be in a good shape. They will definitely be in a good shape if they kill my 4-4 now. But I don't really see how do I do it otherwise. I'm gonna play this. And I will have to jump block the one of the Frost Giants for sure. If they kill the 4-4, I will jump block a Frost Giant. I will go to 1 and they will draw a card. But that's just how it goes. Okay, so now this is going to be double block. If they have a removal spell, then they do. Otherwise, I'll just trade with the 4-4, which is fine here. Now I have at least have the 2-2 to block with on the next turn, and also the 1-3. Okay, that I can just kill with many things. Unless they have, well, there's no 2-mana counter spell in this format. If they play a land though, that's gonna be pretty annoying. They have something. Okay, so let's see what dungeon they go into. They gain 1 life, okay. White Dragon, very good, but I would have to sacrifice the treasure for it. Dark Pool or Funky Cavern is there. I could just play the Grim Bounty and... Okay, let's see how much power I have. Sadly, not enough. That is not enough power. Because I can kill both of these blockers there, but it's not enough. Maybe I just have to tap the Windshear here. Feels like it's the case. Attack for... with the next turn, if they play the Frost Giant, I can just threaten a flying kills. I make them go to 6 now, and then they will... Yeah, that has to be the play here. I want to play this 4-4 flyer out, so they basically can't play on the first thing on the next turn. And I will play attack with the flyer, and I think with the Ranger's Hawk. I still have 3 blockers up. I know I could attack with these, but maybe it's a bit too risky. I want to leave the 2-2 as a potential blocker here too. And if they want to, they can just trade with the Soul Knife Spy anyway. Now with the Grim Bounty, if they have like flying blocker and also the Dragon's Fire and Grim Bounties can still be played because this makes the treasure token for the other one. So let's see, I'm gonna just I could double block, but that makes no sense. I won't be risking my flyer here. I force them to have some kind of an answer for it. And if they don't, it's game over. And a flying blocker is not enough. That is enough. Barely. Oh, there's an even death, but... okay, so let's see. I know what they have in their hand now. So I can get rid of this. That is the good news. The bad news is that... Oh, there's no bad news. I just win them all, right? That's correct. Because they have only 2 blockers and my ground guys can connect now. So I can do this. Oh, what did I do? So do this and choose a dragon you control. Sure, why not? Because they can't do anything in response. So this will be done like this. I will choose this and it's gonna be 4 damage. It was unnecessary, but they are tapped out and I know what's in their hand. So yeah, that was the line to take. I knew I can play both removal spells. I was just a bit confused when they played their dragon that maybe I don't have lethal, but obviously my ground guy is still good enough when they don't have no blockers. Okay, so they are playing up against 3 Rime Shield Frost Giants. What does that mean? Nothing for the Baleful Beholder. I didn't see any enchantment. There's a very good artifact though. Is there anything I can do about it? Nope. There is not. Spiked Pit Trap. Yeah, all the expensive removal doesn't work against the 4/5s. So my ground attacks are not going to work. Am I gonna play another Ranges Hawk? Let's just put the white and black here because I'm not gonna switch any colors here. So this is what I'm working with. The Herald of Hadar is very bad against the 4/5, so I'm gonna cut it. Maybe play the Beholder because that can at least block them. Any reason to play some of this other stuff? I think I'll play this. I have 18 lands. It should be reasonably easy to get to 6 mana. I have now, of course, 3 6 drops and 1 7 drop. That could be a liability. But, I mean, they are playing those 4/5s. They have a slow deck too. There's nothing I can do about the Black Dragon. The Devour Intellect is just, I don't like it. I'm not gonna play that. Is there something I should replace with the Ranges Hawk? Maybe the Dawnbringer Cleric isn't doing a whole lot. Well, it gains 2 life for the Celestial Unicorn, and that's about it. I still like the trick here. Maybe the Cleric is just bad. Yeah, it is bad. Okay, let's take another Ranges Hawk instead. Okay, no black mana, but I will draw 1 at some point, I guess. And I have 1 Dragon's Fire. I'm gonna keep it, but I don't have to play the temple quite yet. I might still draw a mountain or a swamp, which makes it easier to choose the color for this. And I have a dragon in my hand. I will have to show it to them, but still, it will be untapped. Only a couple of planes here. Not ideal. Well, I'm still gonna hold back here a bit. I know I could have chosen red and have the Dragon's Fire up, but I don't think it's that important now. I'll play the Priest of Ancient Lore next turn, which will be, blocking this guy. Perhaps. Also that. Now, that is a card I would have wanted to, get rid of. But I also want to see if I draw a mountain just naturally, then I could just choose black for this. This is also a double caster. 1 swamp is not gonna be enough. Okay, well there's 1 swamp now, so let's see what's gonna happen. Hopefully they don't remove this guy, because I don't want them to get... Okay, well this is meaning Dragon's Fire is going to kill the Yuan-Ti. They get one Venturer. It's not a big deal, but I'm not gonna let them get multiple Ventures out of that thing. So this is gonna say red now. And I guess I'm gonna draw the other swamp. It's more likely than drawing there. Well, there it is. So it's pretty fine now. And my turn will be... This will be untapped because of the Dracolich. Am I going to attack? Yes, I'm gonna attack. Because I will play the Ranges Hawk and I will block the Investigator. No big deal there. And I will do this. So I will show this. Yep, submit 1. Say red, kill this right away. I don't wanna decline this, doesn't matter actually. They already know about the dragon. And then I can play the Ranges Hawk, even have a mana up here if I for some reason want to leave it. I guess they could equip the Investigator attack for 2, but then they do that, so what? I could bounce this and replay it for a card, but that's a lot of wasted. Okay, now they get to draw 2 and get to treasure back. A lot of wasted tempo here. I might just play the Minimus Containment next turn too, but we will see what happens. Now there's the Reaper's Talisman. That is not so nice. I might containment that thing. Oh, they chose... Well, of course, because I have a blocker here, so that can't be blocked now. And think I have to containment something. Let's see what I draw first. Well, Dragon's Fire. Am I going to... I could attack for 3 or venture into a dungeon. I think I will attack for 3 instead. But now the question is, am I gonna wait until they equip the Reaper's Talisman? They also have this, by the way. I'm not playing the Minimus Containment right now. I will just attack, and I will use the Dragon's Fire. I mean, if they have a counter spell, well, then they have a counter spell. I guess that needs to be dealt with anyway. That is a 3rd color. They don't have any... Okay, I take 2 here. Although... Well, I will see what they drop, because I can deal 5 damage now. Even if they have the 4-5 now. Oh, they had actually that. Well, they kill one of my guys. I guess I can live with it. But I can deal 5 damage with the Dragon's Fire, because this thing has 5 power. Now, -3, am I gonna want to... Yeah, I'm gonna save it. Redraw a card. I could also give +2, +1, +3, but I'd rather redraw a card. I think. Yeah, it's a good idea. Let's do it. And then I will kill the Black Dragon with the Dragon's Fire showing them the Ebon Death, which they already know about. Okay, so now I can definitely just attack. And probably play the Ebon Death rather than... Well, this is unblockable anyway, so... I guess I could play the Priest of Ancient Lore and then... Because this thing is kinda annoying. They get to deal 2 and then they will get to drain 2 here. But maybe I first make them actually equip it for 2. I could do this and that. Okay, well fine, I will just wait for now. I will play the 5-2 flyer. I will go to 9 if they equip. I can live with that. This activation costs 4 mana. Okay. Do they have a counter spell? Nope. White Dragon. Well, that's a good one. But well, I'm gonna play the White Dragon. They can still drain and do all the stuff, but okay, Sign of Stitch. How is the roll? Only a low roll. Well, now I need to leave this to block. So no attacks. And the White Dragon is going to happen here now. Going to tap the one that's already equipped, so they have to move at least the equipment around a bit. But yeah, this will be 4 damage, or well, 4 life loss. I think I have to actually... what do I have to do? I guess I have to deal with the Thieves' Tools instead, because that's gonna make them... I can't raise them, even though I have 10 power of flyers here. Let's see what... because they also have this. This will have menace, right? Yep. Okay. It's problematic. I get 1 card. That's how I will tap my mana here and... okay, well that's a good one, but... how do I get to survive? The containment is gonna do something, but is it gonna use... I'm gonna use it on the Talisman or the Thieves' Tools. It is a problematic thing. It is problematic. They also have the menace attacker. I need to leave blockers here. That's just no... I mean, I can maybe attack only with the Dracolich. Because I have to use this. I don't have mana to use the ability here. So I will leave the 4/4 to block, I think. Because the menace creature is gonna be problematic otherwise. So let's just do it like this. I can't have a 2-turn clock because the opponent has a better clock than I. So this is gonna happen now. And I will play the tapped land. But the target is very tough choice. This makes the drain, well, but only if they attack with one. I guess if they only attack with one, I should have. Whatever. I will get the Thieves' Tools because that means that they don't have unblockable guys. I still will lose life, but at least I can block their guys. And this thing only drains when they attack with one, and I have 3 blockers here. I also have actually the amount of flyers, but the opponent has something because they had. Oh, did they have 4 mana? No, I don't know if they have anything or not, but let's see how they attack. This always keeps a death touch, and it only makes the drain happen if they attack with the one guy. So that's what they do. Okay then. And I will trade with this thing now. Okay, one of those things. Land is not good. So the problem is that I cannot attack. So if they attack with all, and that includes the land they have, then they won't get this drain. Now if they attack with only one creature, that's no problem. I can block the one, assuming they don't have like removal. I could attack even the current power I have here, 3 power flyer, that's 12 power, that's 13. So they would be left at 2 if I attack with all the flyers now. But of course that's not lethal, so I don't have to attack with anything else than this amount of damage that will make it lethal on the next turn. I could go to some. No, I'm not gonna tap any of my other creatures, so I think the Dracolich can block now because I will be able to replay it. I will attack with the white dragon, and I will leave this cave. That is 5 mana to activate. 5 mana to activate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and this will be untapped, so I will be able to use this thing too. So after all this, I'm going to choose to attack with the white dragon, because if they attack with all, I don't get the drain. I can block the 3/3. No, that requires 2 blockers. I will have 3 blockers, 2 on that thing, 1 on this. Okay, that's enough. I mean, I would lose to pretty much anything after that point, but I'm not gonna win here just by. I'm not gonna win here just by doing nothing. That's just not gonna happen. So let's see what they do. If they have any kill spell here, I think I'm dead. If they attack with the hive. But now if they attack with the hive, I can block it with 2, and I can block the 4/5. I will take 3, and then I will have a lethal attack on the next turn. So okay, they do that, which is fine. They're just doing that. So they have a way to save the Dracolich, right? Has to be. I mean, it's not the Dracolich, but the Frost Giant. They must have a way to save the Frost Giant. Yeah, they have something now already, so unblockable. Alright, fine. That happened. I think I did all I could. So, any changes here? Don't think so. I still don't like the 4/4 against the 4/5s. They have one, multiple of the P-Trap kills a 5 toughness creature, but not great when it requires paying 3 mana extra. So 8 mana to kill it. Yeah, I'll just do this. I mean, I need to. I mean, the black equipment is incredibly good. The one that drain. I mean, I could have been able to raise the opponent with my flyers if they didn't gain also life from the equipment. So that is the Reaper's Talisman. That is amazing good card. Well, how about this? All the colors. And 1-drop, 2-drop, and the removal spell, one of them. This is pretty fantastic hand. Also on the play, if they don't have anything for the white, I might be able to deal a bunch of damage to them because they have the. Okay, that was not sampling cast. It was the great equipment they have, but of course I can kill the next creature. But I have only 3 lands in my hand, so hopefully I don't draw a land. And they have a sampling ghast specifically, which is as annoying as it can be, but I'm still gonna do the attack, because if they kill the white, I get a 2/2. If they kill the ranger's hawk, I'll live with that. I drew a land, but at least it is the animated land. Okay, they just don't wanna do any of that. Now, I'm gonna play the mountain here. I can play this tapped land later on. Are they gonna equip? No. So I'm gonna kill that. What? Why would they do that? Well, same thing. Let's see what happens. I did draw the very good card here. I want to get rid of the sampling ghast now. So that's going to be done what? What exactly? Deadly Dispute. Okay, they can kill the ranger's hawk here, sure. Nothing I can do about that. They get to draw 2 cards, get a treasure token. But at least what I can do here. Do I want to leave the Dragon's Fire up? I feel like I do. Let's see if they can deal with the Adventurer here. That is a very good card. They need removal for it, most likely. Or 2 blockers, but they have only 5 mana. Okay, one of these happens. Okay, good. That can happen. I can't. I could do the white thing. I could kill with the Dragon's Fire. Am I gonna do that? I'm gonna get rid of this guy. They can equip and start attacking. That is annoying. I'm actually going to kill it. They might not block, but then it doesn't matter. I'm scrying for some actual business here, or go for the Tomb of Annihilation. When they have the Reaper's Talisman, they can start gaining life at some point. I feel like the Lost Mine is what I want to do because of the scry. White Dragon definitely kept on top here. So now I should do this now first right away. Yes, I'm sure I will pay the 3 mana here. Auto pay, and now I will get a 2/2 and this will trade. So it's not even a 2-for-1 because I still have a 2/2 when all is said and done. Then I get a token, a treasure token or a 1/1 token. Okay, more of those, but it's actually not gonna be enough for the... Now I will play the 4/4 just, you know, because I'm gonna play it. I will get a treasure... No, not a treasure. 1/1. 1/1 is better. They can't kill that. And yeah, so what if this is gonna be lost now? I want to have this flyer out. Yep, that is gonna be countered. But I have now 5 power of attackers. Even if they equip an attack, I take here. Okay, Shortcut Seeker. So now they might wanna... Okay, I can give menace to my guys, but they still can block this. But I guess if this kills the Frost Giant, it's fine, right? If they double block one of these other guys, maybe I don't give a darn about it. I will get a +1/+1. Oh, I get a +1/+1 counter on this thing. That is huge. They didn't equip though. They might have something. But if this is a 2-power guy, it kills 2 blockers here. There's not even a point. If I don't wanna... But I'm gonna play this thing anyway this turn, right? Obviously I'm doing that. So let's play it and give menace, because they don't have any enchantment here to sacrifice. So let's give them menace anyway. And am I going to attack with all? They could double block the 2/2 here. And then I could only attack with the 1/1. I mean, this would connect. They can double block the 2/2. Yeah. Let's see, if they don't have anything, that's fantastic. They can't block the Adventurer. If they have something, they bounce it. Okay, alright. But I still have a good set of stuff in here, especially with the 6/5. And I have the activated... Yeah, this thing can attack for 3. They can most likely do the Reaper's Talisman on the Shortcut Seeker, but it's gonna take 2 of their mana. Yeah, are they gonna play a land? Nope. So, this costs 5 mana to activate. Oh, actually, with the land I can also play the Triumphant Adventurer post-combat, right? Yep, that's 5 mana. Then I can play the Swamp and the Adventurer, so let's do it. And am I going to trade the Beholder with the one of the Frost Giants? Feel like that might be the case. Sure. So next turn I can draw a card when this attacks, and well, I just have 2 lethal flyers here. If they equip the talisman, both of my flyers, I mean these 3 power flyer won't be lethal, but that was all I needed here apparently. They never got to equip this thing, so that was pretty fantastic. Okay, this time it only took like a minute to find an opponent. And it's fine, not great, but keepable hand. At least I get this 1/1 to maybe deal a few points of damage. Okay, that's... well, that's gonna be good. At some point I only need to draw 3 lands here. Pixie Guide, well, it only dealt 1 point of damage, I suppose. Let's play the Mountain right away. And then I have the Pegasus, but not ideal. But let's see if they attack with the thing. Oh, well, I think I have to Grim Bounty this thing. I'm not willing to trade one Pegasus with it. So I'm just going to kill it, because I'm not gonna give them any cards either. So let's do this. Also, that gives me a Black Dragon a bit easier. After my 6th land I can cast it, kill something, and maybe things are fine. Okay, they chose to not... They wanna block instead. Interesting. Well, with the Barrowing of Clan Under, I think I'm gonna play that one. It can block the Shepherd here. So no attack with the Hawk. Do this thing. Go into Scry Dungeon. Let's go to Fandelver, right? And the Swamp is the... I don't need the Black Dragon right away. A Swamp is the kind of land I don't exactly want. A Plains I think I would have kept, but I don't need a 4th Swamp here. Another Plains wouldn't be that bad, but I can play the Pegasus on the next turn. I don't have to cast a 7-drop, so I will just scry that to bottom here. And if I draw a spell, I might even cast that. But if nothing, if it's not a useful spell, I can play the Pegasus anyway. And at some point I will find the land here. Eye of Vecna. Okay, that is slow. Takes mana and life. I'm not actually that worried about that. Let's see if they are gonna attack with the Shepherd. Okay, they have some life gain stuff going on, but green-blue doesn't have the most synergy for that. Alright. So there's a Herald. This thing has nothing anymore, so it will trade. Well, I have the You're Ambushed by on the road, so I think... Oh, I can just play I don't have to play the Herald here. I think I can... Let's see how it goes. No, I want to play the Herald, so they won't attack with the Shepherd. Maybe I'll just trade with the Shepherd. It's actually fine by me. Because I'm not going to use the Treasure to play the Herald here. So if I use this in combat, I can't cast this. So I'm going to just trade with the Shepherd here. If they just take the damage, which is completely fine for me, because this is actually pretty decent. I can still use the You're Ambushed thing here if I need it. They draw a card, but they have some life gain here, so the paying 2 life isn't that big of a deal. Let's see what they have here. Troubadour. Okay, that's something I'm going to kill with the Black Dragon. Okay, they go into what dungeon? Fandelver, okay. It's Bottom's Cry. Okay, so I guess at some point I want to have the land, but how does this go now? The Unicorn is not great. I think it's time for the Pegasus, perhaps. Do I want to? Okay, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna give the Herald of Hadar the power because I'm going to attack with these guys both. And if they wanna take 8, then they take, because they can attack with the Shepherd here. I'm gonna just trade here, I think. Now, if they do that, oh, why wouldn't they block with the Pixie Guide? Oh, I don't understand now. Because if they block with the Pixie Guide and the Shepherd, I couldn't do a 2-for-1 with this thing. But now that I get to kill both of these guys, this does mean I won't be having the Black Dragon up anytime soon. But this is certainly worth it, right? This has to be worth it, because both of these will die. My guy will survive. Unless they have something for 1 mana, but yeah, let's check the treasure for this. I wonder why they didn't go for the... Maybe they didn't realize I could have something. Conjurer, okay, they did have a land drop. They go to this dungeon again, end of turn. They get a token, Aura Treasure, I mean 1/1 Aura Treasure token. They get a 1/1. That isn't bad. It's still a swamp though, but I don't have any double caster white here. My white dragons are double casters, but I don't have them in my hand at least. So it's time to actually, I have mana to play the Celestial Unicorn and use this, but I've already went to Fandelver, so I can't gain the life anymore. But I will maybe create a treasure token, perhaps, because the 1/1 isn't that useful, and the treasure token allows me to play the Black Dragon even if I don't draw land. Now the question is, Herald of Hadar can be the kind of mana sink that also is very good here. Do I want to use that instead? I will make them lose 2 life. I will attack with the 2/3/3. I don't mind trading with the Clever Conjurer, I don't think. Yeah, how about... I mean, this will trade with... Fine, let's just attack with all this stuff. I don't mind losing the Herald here, because I have the Dragon and the Unicorn place, and I can use the Range's Hawk to make a... maybe the treasure token? Okay, so they're gonna use some of their cards now. Spoils of the Hunt. Sure. And they jump block the 3/3, which is fine. So now I will do this. And I will scry. Let's see if I want to have a blocker here. If they attack with this thing, maybe the Pegasus. I'll leave it a Celestial Unicorn to block, I think. Or maybe... yeah, this is an interesting question. I think I did get treasure here. Yeah, it is better. I might even draw a white dragon, which I might want to have the mana for. That does only something if they get to roll dice. That can get the Spoils of the Hunt back. It was well, they get the double roll here, so that goes straight to hand, and they get the 1/1 flyer here too. But I still have the Black Dragon here. But I don't think I want to play it until they have cast this Spoils of the Hunt, unless I kill the Wandering Troubadour. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. They don't have a treasure token, so they can't make it any of their guys for power after I have killed the Troubadour here. But now that I have the Mind Sorcerer here, I can't really do anything with this guy. But, I mean, it's pretty easy turn anyway. Do this, and no attacks. No attacks so far now. It really depends what they draw. They might pay 2 life here. They don't. Okay, they just drew a land. So the 4/4 is... Oh, they even gave up. They had a jump blocker here. All they needed was to draw like a, I don't know, All Bear. And then they have the mana to also use this thing to kill the Black Dragon. But they chose to concede. Maybe they just had nothing? I don't know. That seems pretty weird for a green deck to not have anything with 4 power or more. But how do I... how do I do things here now? 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2. I definitely have a lot of targets for the Dragon's Fires. That is absolutely true. I did not see an enchantment for the Baleful Beholder. Do I need anything here? I'm kind of thinking about that you're ambushed on the road. Maybe it is good, but then again, I have one of them. Maybe it's enough. The Dawnbringer Cleric might be actually bad. Okay, fine. Let's not have these. I think I have one other of these. It seems it could be useful. I don't like to play another Ranger's Hawk because they have the 1/3 flyer, which is completely blanking the attack. So the only utility for this thing will be the venturing. I don't need 2 of these. But I guess I could have the spiked pit trap too, but I like this one quite a bit, so let's have it there. And this is the deck. And the reason I like the +1/+3 here is that it's good against the Spoils of the Hunt, for instance. But yeah, this is Swamp, 4 white cards, 1 red card. Somehow this is a mulligan. Wow. And now after Swamp, I have a Plains. I mean, this is the kind of 6 card hand I can't keep. I have to go to 5. Really? Swamp, Plains, Swamp. Sure. Let's have a non-game then, unless I draw the exact perfecties. I can play these and then I can have a Plains for this guy. Who knows? Maybe this can work, but it's really awkward set of starting hands. Maybe the next, if and when it goes to game 3, I can have a bit more better starting hands. Sure. I did draw that thing, which is, decent, but it doesn't kill this. I need to use the Grim Bounding on this thing. They will get a card if they have 3 more power. Let's see if they have right now. Hopefully. Okay, well that is good because I can kill it with a drop. And although they didn't even want to attack for 3 for some reason. They don't want to give me the treasure or something. No matter, I'll just kill this thing and go to the... I think Fandelver has to be it, yeah. Pegasus is okay here. No attacks. So no blocks this time. And they can make this a 5/3 of course, but it doesn't trigger pack tactics alone. Okay, they didn't play a creature, so I kinda could play the Pegasus now. Try to raise them a bit, but they might have I think they have the Spoils of the Hunt or something. I will need to kill this guy anyway before they get to draw cards. So hopefully they don't have any answer for this thing. They did not. Okay. Oh, they have a contact. Sure. Well, that's good because I do a mulligan to 5 there. I have the drawing extra card, so it's not great. I need. Wow. Let's do this thing. Don't know why I played the land before, but I think I somehow thought I played the Pegasus, but I came to second thought, so. Sure, let's attack for 1 and I can block with this 2-1 here. Fly. Oh, I need my creatures now. No, the removal. I have a bunch of removal here though. Still left. 3 plus. I have a lot of removal. This deck actually has 7 pieces of removal. That is pretty decent amount. Knoll Hunter. Well, this will be a 3-3, but Herald can block it. So let's raise them because I'm of course dying to the load control. Now I can block it with the Pegasus, but I think I will still play this first. I take 6 more damage, and sure, let's activate this right away. They know about my red spells, I think. Okay, well that's gonna be 11 damage, because the Knoll Hunter will gain 1 power. So, and then they can venture into, well, they can continue venturing here. So, alright. So let's just call it a game and see if I can, for example, keep 7 cards. So they have fly. That does mean I want to get rid of it. So I'm going to actually get both of the Dawnbringer Cleric and the Beholder in the deck. And that means I'm gonna not play one of these. And what else am I going to cut? Herald. Okay. Because I put the 6-drop in, so I will cut at least 1 of 5-drop here. So that is now, I have a couple of ways to deal with the enchantment, with value even. So that's it. Of course I have a bunch of removal that also deals with the enchantment as well, but it's not a bad idea to have the 6-5. And the 1-3 is not, it is a playable card, it's, even though if it doesn't kill enchantments. Opponent is sideboarding into something else now. So, as a sealed format, I think this is a pretty fun one. Seems like all color combinations seem reasonable in the sealed format too. Blue is still quite weak, but if you open a bunch of the good blue uncommons, not to mention rares, you can still play blue also in the sealed format. But it is a pretty weak color in this set. And otherwise, I guess it's not too popular because the first match took like 6 minutes to find a match there. But it might be just people prefer the best of 1 sealed instead of best of 3 because it is the more popular format. I just myself prefer best of 3 so much that when there is when you can play either, definitely I want to play the best of 3 version. Okay, this is actually a great hand, so I will keep it. And I need black and white for the turn too, so if but I have, this gets me a mountain anyway, and I don't need more than one mountain. So I feel like this is gonna be either black or white. I have a double of casters white at 6 drop slot. Maybe this is black because I have the 4 drop black double caster, the mythic rare and the common. So let's make this black. Because I have to play some of these tapped lands now right away. And I will get a mountain with this Evolving Wilds to decrease the chance to draw the other mountain. So this is black, this is white. So if they don't have some, and they are blue-green, they have very low chances to get rid of this easily. And if they basically need creatures, and then the spoils thing, but I can get rid of their creatures. And I will, just like that. This won't be untapped anymore. If you control 2 or more, this enters tapped. Okay, so that will enter tapped, which means I'm gonna just play the swamp here and the drop here, and I will go to what dungeon? Oh, that's interesting. I could go for the the Tomb of Annihilation too. I get 2 of these. I get the Trapped Entry and the Wells of Fear, or I can go to Cave Entrance and get 1/1 token, for instance. And then I can make this guy be +2/+2. Okay, fine. That's actually great. So let's go for the scry. I also don't want to draw any lands here, so I will need to scry away lands like this. I have the red mana here already. And now I will get definitely that 1/1. I don't need a treasure token here. Now I can't cast the Dragon's Fire. So I could make this a 2/2 and attack with both. Maybe I will, actually. I will. Because I can next turn use the Dragon's Fire. And it can even deal 4 damage with the black dragon in my hand. Now I just hope they don't have the removal spell that, the Spoils of Adventure. I don't recall its name, but you maybe know it. Okay, now good. I have the Dragon's Fire up. So I will just go here and draw a card, which is pretty fantastic. This is amazingly good card. Triumphant Adventurer. They don't have any choice than take damage here, and then I have the Dragon's Fire up. And I will play the tapped land. I will most likely use one of the Dragon's Fires on their turn anyway. Kill the Trickster if nothing else. Let's see if they are about to roll some dice. Because I will obviously kill this thing in response if they are doing that. Owlbear, I can kill that too. They will get to draw a card. Yeah, maybe I will let them draw a card. Although they could now play a land and... Okay, well, they didn't. So I take the 3 here and I will kill the Owlbear. Because I have the black dragon here. Reveal a dragon card. This. And that's 2 damage. 2 mana for instant speed, 4 damage. Alright, and let's go into some other dungeon maybe. Or do I still want to scry? Maybe I do. I mean, I can leave the Dragon's Fire up, or I can just attack with this guy too. Is that something I want to consider here? This is black and this is black. Okay, so I do have the black dragon mana up here. I feel like with so many lands I just need to scry again. Yeah. I'm not sure if I want to attack for... Fine, let's... Oh, actually, yeah, I messed up. I actually tried to attack with this, but I, for some reason, pressed go to attacks there. Whatever. I mean, I will just use have the Dragon's Fire up too. It's not bad. Okay, Beholder is good. Just because it's a 6/6, not necessarily that it's otherwise good. But I also have the land to block now if they attack, but that means they must have something most likely there. Maybe they miss that I have the land and I can block with a 3/4 here. What's the worst that can happen? They have a removal of some kind. I'm willing to... Because if I lose the land, I can still play the Baleful Beholder next turn. I think I'm willing to see what kind of a thing they are going to have there. Okay, that's fine. Okay, they get one token there, but not much I can help. They have a high roll, so it will stay tapped. They get a 1-1. Okay. But I have the Baleful Beholder here. Now the problem is, of course, if they can double block the Triumphant Adventurer here. Okay, well that kind of backfired that they had a way to deal with this thing and make a flying token here. Get the 1-1 treasure token. I could just attack, make a treasure token, let them make the trade happen, and then I kill the trickster and things would be fairly good still, but kinda don't want to lose the adventurer, it's so good. But then I don't do anything else in this turn. Then make a token, use the Dragon's Fire on something pretty unexciting actually. I don't have to attack with it at all. That's also a possibility. Yeah, why would I do that? Okay, fine, let's do this. I will give my guys minis and attack with the 2-2 here. That makes sense. That's not gonna be good on blocker because as a blocker because it doesn't have death that first strike now. Okay, they only attack with the flyer, which is fine. Let's see if they tap out on something. Troll. Okay, I can kill that. With the dragon even. Which most likely I'm gonna do here. And then I'm going to attack with the beholder, and do I wanna make it another? I could make a treasure token and then have the dragon's fire up if they double block the adventurer. Yeah, I'm gonna make a treasure token here. Oh, they don't care about any. They actually go to 3 here. Well, I have the dragon's fire still up here. How do they deal 11 here? Don't see a way. Yeah, that's fine. They get some life here though, but I mean they go to 5. Fine, let's kill it. So they are forced to jump block now. And they are forced to... I can give -4, -0. I can use Dark Pool here too. So this is going to deal with 3 damage. So let's see. Oh, they just concede. I mean, this wasn't a lethal attack yet, was it? I mean, I can attack with this and go into Dark Pool. They will jump block the 4-4, they will go to 1 with the Dark Pool, then they can... Okay, they have to jump block this one, they have to trade... Yeah, it wasn't great for them, obviously, so I understand that they concede because they knew they're not gonna win on their next turn and they can't beat these guys on my next turn. But yeah, this showed also the value of the adventurer. It may seem like it didn't do a lot, but it actually did do a bunch of things. For example, this being a 2-2 was pretty relevant. I got to draw an extra card, and the treasure token, well, it wasn't that relevant in the end, but could have been. Okay, I'm probably on the draw here. Yep, I'm on the draw. Oh boy. I do have 2 colors. And I think the Evolving Wilds has to get planes. That will still leave me 3 ways to get red mana. 2 mountains and the dragon thing. But these are 2 drops. The question is, am I going to keep this hand? With double white dragon, I think the answer is yes. It is just a good card. And I have a 4 drop here. And I of course might draw, well, I might draw that. Which is kinda good. So that of course makes it even more likely for me to, I mean, I have to now of course get the planes with that thing. So I will, oh, they have a removal. No, it could be bounce too. Yeah, okay. So I didn't get any venture. I will get 1 venture out of this thing, which will most likely be the scry. Oh, that's just rude. I mean, they kill my 2 drop, and then they have a great 3 drop which I can't block, and they get to get the adventure value going up. Now that said, I didn't have a 2 drop in my starting hand, which I kept, so maybe it's kind of fair, but there's not a, the thing about this Ray of Enfeeblement is that it's one of the few ways to deal, not gonna discard, a deal, you know, with opponent's drop when you have only 2 mana available, because there's not a lot of instant speed kill spells for these colors. But what can I do? Alright, so they get the Apprentice, but I will go to Fan Delver for sure here. And Don't Bring a Cleric is not good enough here. I need something more impactful. Or at least the planes. If it's a land, it's gonna have to be a planes. Okay, at least I got to trade with that thing. I have a flyers here. Alright, Sampling Ghast. Well, the good news about the Sampling Ghast is it can get me a treasure that allows me to cast a white dragon or maybe even black dragon on the next turn, but I don't expect this guy to die. But the opponent, yeah, well, they are at 5 cards after drawing 2 here. I basically just want to draw planes here now. If I draw planes, I do like my chances. If I don't draw planes, I hate my chances. Oh man. Oh boy. Yep. Well, I even got with the Evolving Wilds their planes, but I just never drew anything. Okay. Well, the Black Dragon is gonna get rid of that thing. They also, but they still get, you know, I have to sacrifice. Yeah, I'm going to sacrifice this to get the treasure token here now. I don't want to lose any life, especially when I'm at so low life total. Oh, they get a, wow. Well, opponent had a lot better start than I. They get to draw 2, but at least this wastes their draw step. And with the Black Dragon, I can still, I mean, if they don't have an answer for the 4/4, they can't attack. So it's not so bad, but if they have, I just basically lose because they're gonna attack me to 1 here, in that case. Okay, they go, but they still don't get to scry, they just draw 2, which is still good, of course. And they have a jump sleep. So I still have a chance because my white dragon can actually lock down one of those guys. But the chance I have is very low. Because they have still 3 cards they can play here. Well, they get the threats and the card. This old bear, there's a reason I consider it first pickable in draft, because this is just an insanely good card. I mean, and okay, they get the wizard class. I need a thing that, I mean, they have drawn so many cards here. They're gonna activate this thing. Well, I haven't still lost, so let's just play here. Tap down the old bear, but I can't attack because they will have 2 attackers. They only need to deal with one of these, and that's it. Game over. And let's see if that happens. Now I need to deal. I have one way to deal with that. Let's see if I can draw it. The priest, the 1/3. That's not it. So it's pointless to continue when they get to go. I mean, they will keep a counter to maybe the old bear or something. Actually, they will keep it to this, and then I have no good. I mean, I have to block this. I have to jump the 4/5. I mean, I can play one of these guys, but it's just... I guess this enters tapped, so... okay, fine. I can play both of these, but problem is that when they have the wizard class up, I'm not winning. If I get to find my thing that kills it, right away they get only one counter. I have enough blockers here to deal with this situation. But let's see what they have. I mean, they have drawn a million cards in this game. They have drawn two. Yeah, even this thing, sadly, is not enough. That's the problem. They will get so much value out of the wizard class here that... okay, let's see. If they this will trample, so that's... so I think I have to kill the owlbear, right? Because it has trample. I will have to start attacking too. Maybe I should have first... okay, fine, let's do this. Let's see what happens. I mean, I'm not gonna win the long game when they have a wizard class there, but I'll kill the owlbear. I guess if they have 3 lands in their hand, if they have like a very massive flood, I have a chance. But it's not a high chance. Dragon turtle. So they can tap this thing. And now I need to... well, I'm still not dead, but... okay, deal with the Pegasus, will you? They did not. I have a chance. A very low chance. But let's see what's gonna happen. Land is not what I... okay, so let's just pass. Oh, they have left the Hydra. So that doesn't have trample though. Nope. But I mean, yeah, the wizard class. You see now why I was about to concede earlier. This just... okay. Okay. Right, so I will have the Baleful Beholder because wizard class is just gonna win any long game. And also deal with the charmed sleep. Maybe if... I mean, the opponent gets to sacrifice. If they have multiple enchantments, they get to choose which is gonna go. But the Froggy Moth, that is problematic. I haven't actually seen this card. I haven't drawn this card in any of the games. Wow, I just remembered. I mean, when I saw this, that this is actually in my deck. I just never saw it. So maybe I can find it now. Spiked P-Trap is good against the 4/4s. Yeah, I think I will play one of those now. But what am I going to cut? Because I already added one card, the Beholder. I think the Herald goes away. And then I need to cut something else. This time it's not going to be the Dawnbringer Cleric. You were ambushed on the road. Probably is going to be the card I'm going to cut then. And let's do this. Okay, well, I have 2 and 3 mana cards in the deck. And 4 mana cards. I guess I'll keep it because I have all the colors. I have the good late game here, but this can backfire so quickly. Okay, I get the card I haven't ever seen before in this event. Let's play all the colors here. Well, they are not doing anything yet. So let's see if they have a 3-drop. Yeah, well, that thing is gonna be... I want to save this for one of the enchantments. I'm not gonna play this until I get to kill something with it. So I'm gonna try to use the you hear something on watch here. That's just what I'm gonna do here. And not play this at all. 1/3 is not gonna do anything here anyway because they're gonna play bigger creatures here. So they can do that. When it deals combat damage to a creature, how does it work? Yeah, it's too late. So I can't get any value out of it. So let's get rid of this thing. And, well, at least that means... that means the next turn I get to play my white dragon. And then... okay, they actually played nothing. Sure, well, I'm gonna still play it, of course. Let's see if they have a counterspell. They did not. So I might win this game now if they are stuck on... well, they got the... Interesting actually. They still played nothing. I'm not gonna play the Black Dragon until it hits something. At least I'm gonna play this first. They played nothing. Okay, Scry, I don't wanna draw any lands here. That is... I guess it's good enough. I guess it's good enough. I'm not sure if it is. Oh, they had black in their deck too. I just remembered they are a 3-color deck, so maybe they had a lot of black cards in their hand. That's the only explanation, because they had a lot of cards and they had 4 mana with blue and green up. They played nothing. So maybe that's just something that happens in a 3-color deck. Now, is there anything I should change here? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I kind of like this deal, but for example, if they have a All Bear or the Froghemoth, I can use a 3/3 to block and make it a 4/6 or something like that. But what would I want to cut here? I don't really want to cut anything. Sampling Ghast is maybe a bit too valuable with the high mana cost card and getting me the red if I need it. Ranger's Hawk. I guess that could be cut, but I don't have a lot of creatures. 14. And the venturing is not completely useless either. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the trick here. Let's just do it like this. So they will play first, and I have a reasonable hand. I can play a 1-drop, and then I can get a... Oh, well, that's actually a good question now. I wish I draw a non-plains land. That gives me so much better information. Okay, now they have blue and... I think they have the Ray of Enfeeblement there. So I have to get the mountain right. I hope I get the double swamps before I get to play this thing. Yeah, they seem to have a Ray of Enfeeblement there. Okay, good. 1 swamp is already good enough. Now, the Ray will kill the Celestial Unicorn, but I will still play it because I have the life gain card in my hand. So this would be a 4/3, but I feel like this is gonna get killed right now because it kills white creatures. It gives what, -4/-4. Yeah. But I mean, I didn't want to play this thing when I have the unicorn in my hand. That is one heck of a good card. Well, let's do this and see if I draw the swamp, because I need it for this thing too. Yes, I did. Good. I'm happy now. This also is double black to equip it, and they currently don't... Oh, they have like a bunch of equipment, but... No, I have the option to play... No, I'm gonna just attack for 3. I will try to... I mean, venturing is just making no sense, especially because I can play the white and still have the Dragon's Fire up. And I can use this as a +1/+1 to every of my creature. They get the Feeblement back. Let's see if that's gonna be a high roll or a low roll. Low roll, so it goes to the top of the library, which is good. Good news for me. So Dragon's Fire, killing that thing right away. Showing them the Black Dragon, sure. I don't want to use maybe the Grim Bounty on it. Or I could... The thing is, I don't have anything to play on the next turn unless I draw something. So if I draw, let's say, a land, I would rather Grim Bounty this thing to have the Black Dragon, you know, keep the treasure for that. I guess if I draw a non-land castable, I'm in a good shape anyway. If I draw just a land, I would rather play the Grim Bounty there, I think. So let's do that. Okay, and that's exactly what happened, so... all is good now. And now I can play the Dragon's Fire end of their turn, or most likely if they play something... Well, if they play something that dies to -3/-3, of course, I'm just gonna... Okay, they can do that, sure. Well, am I gonna play my dragon or not? We will see. Well, I'm gonna play that dragon. Oh, I haven't seen that guy. When was the last game I saw this? I don't recall. But yeah, now the opponent is not gonna win there. There's just no way. Even if they counter this comes back, and they need to kill these guys. Yeah, that's it. Wow. They just did like nothing there. They have a couple of equipment, no creatures, and some removal. Well, they had the one creature that got back the spell there. Okay. Okay, the opponent gets to choose. On this last couple of rounds, I actually didn't have to wait a lot. The first round was like a 6-minute wait, and this was less than 10 seconds, and the previous game match was not much longer than that. Okay, couple of white cards, but I have a white, which is not a white, but white and the Dragon's Fire, which I can cast, so I think I'll keep it. But of course, the double white here is a bit risky. But at least I can... Okay, that will be producing white. And I don't even have to show them the white dragon yet. This will always enter it untapped as long as I have the white dragon in my hand. I guess if they have like a discard effect, that could slightly backfire. But I'm not gonna worry about that. And I will play this tapped on the next turn. I don't have to show them the white dragon if I don't have any 3-mana spell to cast. But am I gonna play the Dawnbringer Cleric actually? That is a good question. I don't know if they have any... Okay, well, I'm just gonna kill that. That is the question. That is the question answered right there. How do they scry? Now, if they scry on top, they can't use the Evolving Wilds. I mean, they can, but they lose it. So they maybe should have used the Evolving Wild first. Okay, well, that's it. Maybe they wanted to scry... Well, I don't know. That was still a mistake, I think. Now, if they trade, that's fine. If not, I will use the Dragon's Fire. Because if they trade, I get a 2/2 here. And now I don't think... I don't think the 1/3 is gonna be that good. Next turn, I might not have a play. Yeah, this is gonna say decline and white. Okay, yeah. They still will deal 4 damage with the white dragon in my hand. So let's see what they could have. The 2/5 though, the blue common. Well, that's not a blue 5. That's not a 2/5. So that's gonna be also a creature I'm gonna kill. No need to show anything. And are they gonna have the 1 mana? Oh, yeah, they have the Feign Death. So that's annoying because it's gonna be a 4/3. I can't even trade with it anymore. So sadly, well, happily I drew the white mana here, but I need to do this. I will need to give them a treasure token because I'm obviously not gonna let them attack with the 4/3 and just jump block. I know I could have played these and double blocked, but that's way too risky. And they might still have an enchantment. Okay, Clattering Skeletons, that's fine. I get to play my Herald here. Then I can get to play this the moment I draw another land, any land, because I have 2 white here. I have basically all the mana I need. Well, so much for the dragon. Well, they are not gonna attack because I can raise them unless they have removal on this thing. They are black uncommon one. Thieves' Tool does nothing on a 4/3. So, oh, they do have 3 mana available actually. Yep. And well, that was a very convenient draw here. putting them to 12 and have a 2-power flyer to continue the attacks. And this thing can be a pretty nice mana sink. Okay, well that's going to stop the attacks from my flyers so far. Okay, but they know I have... Okay, I guess they... But they know I have the... Top. They don't have any card in their hand either. I guess they... I don't recall how they scryed, by the way. But point is... The Dawnbringer Cleric is gonna get rid of the fly for free. Which is fantastic. I'm still gonna draw a card first, because I'm gonna play this anyway on this turn. I think I'm not gonna play the drop here. Just have the land here and kill the fly. Maybe they scryed on top some enchantment. That's better. I don't know. There's no point at making a trade because this can just win the game by. If I draw a land, I will activate it. This also doesn't do anything currently. Well, it does something, but I could, for example, enchant the Genie Windshear here. But I think. Well, with that thing, it's a bit different though. I can start attacking for 2 if I use the drop on that thing. Then I can play this, continue venturing. Or I can just roll this dice. But I think it's better to do. Okay, fine, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go to scry. I wanna scry something. Something useful get here. Okay, that's not useful. So that was basically a draw a card already. And then I can attack with this guy. Well. That is incredibly... This is a Planeswalker? Yes, it is. These things have reach. So if I attack with Pegasus in here, this will get counters when a creature they control dies. But I'm gonna kill... Because, yeah, the problem is this gets... Even if I kill one of these guys, this will get into 2 loyalty and... don't want them to draw cards. I think it's a better game plan to just don't know really. I think I have the game wrapped up pretty well with the Herald here. If I just make sure I don't lose to the Planeswalker. I'm thinking about if I want to attack and you know, because these have reach, so maybe I want to attack with, but maybe I don't, because I might find one of the I have still 2 Dragon's Fires in the deck, so yeah, no thanks actually. No attacks. I guess I could have attacked with this guy though, but maybe I want to venture. Anyway, this goes and dies. And am I gonna use this to venture into this place? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Zapping AR, but doesn't matter too much, I think. This guy. No, maybe this guy. And I will get a 1/1. They can equip with the Thieves' Tools, one of the 2 ones, and it will be unblockable. But they were not interested in any of that. Am I going to go to Storeroom? Because I can give it a Pegasus. I can make it a 3/4, in which case it would have to... It's still not good enough. I think I'm gonna start, although I will draw a card on the next turn. I mean, it's very tempting to use the Herald of Hadar, but I think I should just use the Storeroom. But on what creature? I don't want to give them any. I'm not gonna use my ground guys here. So maybe the Pegasus after all. Next turn it will draw a card. Okay, fine, let's do this and play the land. No attacks. If I find a Dragon's Fire, then I can attack. Yeah, they can't really equip a 2-1 here. Okay, let's draw a card. Maybe first let's... If I draw a card and it's a land, I still don't have 6 mana for this. No. An untapped land will almost... Oh, that's only 8 mana total, so I can't act. So I should maybe thin my deck now first. And I'm gonna get a swamp here. Then I will do this. Draw a card. Land. Oh, I just forgot one thing. Yeah, of course, when I complete the dungeon, this gives -5/-5, so the flyer they had died. So I can now trade with both of these, but I'm not sure if I want to. I don't want to. I want to find for a removal spell. Then I can attack with my 3/4. Oh, this is per 7/7, so I need to do something now, I think. Well, that is a flyer, but let's see how much mana I have here. 9, so I can use now both of these things. Well, in that case, it's very easy decision. And I'm still gonna scry, I think. Yep, I am. That will trigger, but it's also... Well, it gives me a venture effect too. Well... I can return a white with it. Okay, let's keep it. And well, this will enter tapped though, but yeah, I don't have to cast this next turn. I can just continue doing the venture here. Okay, they have an apprentice. They get a treasure token. They get a 1/1, I think. They have a treasure token already given by me, so if they have a splash, they can cast those cards. So they took the 1/1, and that was the final land there. And now I will start doing Herald of Hadar. Okay, they lose 2, and I guess I could go to... But no, they have the 2/2 flyer here, so I no longer can attack. Even if I can make this a 4/5, it doesn't actually work. So now I can make a treasure token that allows me to play the... Oh yeah, that's a good idea here. Let's do that exactly. So this happens. But no, it actually doesn't make any sense, because I will just... No, let's make a 1/1 here. Because I will just use the Herald here anyway. I can play this on some later turn. I'm not gonna attack with it. I can get the enters the battlefield venture, but I'm not gonna attack it with it. So I'll just do the Ranger's Hawk thing and do the Herald of Hadar thing. That should be good enough to win here. I have a lot of jump blockers for this thing. This doesn't have trample. How about now? High roll, I get to gain 2 life. Not that it matters too much. Alright, well this is good. I have this land I can use for attacking purposes. Currently I have 5, 6, that's 10 mana. So Dracolich and activate the Herald here. Probably. Yeah, 10. If I had 11, I could play this, and this. Activate this, but I have only 10 here. So I think the Dracolich is gonna be the correct move easily. So I'm gonna just do that and Herald here. Fine. I could attack with these two, but I don't need to. I mean, I'm most likely winning this game with all the mana sinks I have here. I have multiple ways to win here, but these rich guys, they made it a bit tougher to win here. but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I can't attack with all. Let's do this now, and then I will use the Herald. They will go to 4, no matter what. This always makes the opponent lose 2 life. The higher rolls just, give some additional benefit to me. So now I should be in a... Okay, well, that is good too, but yeah, I mean, now it's just a win here. I guess if I... Well, I'm not sure if I want to attack with all. They had 2 cards in their hand, but I... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is one other blocker, but it's 7 versus 9. So even if they just take the 1/1s through, they're gonna go to 2, and then I can use this to make the rest of 2. But that's only gonna work if they have nothing in their hand to interact with. Plus they had this for additional mana. But of course I was gonna win this anyway at 23 life. Now did I see enchantments there? There's a fly. Okay. Now this was surprisingly useful, but the problem is it's not good against the clattering skeletons. You are not always gonna have, this kind of game where you just get to activate this repeatedly. It's very bad against the 4 drops. They have at least 2 copies of them. I also need to have ways to deal with the Planeswalker, so the Baleful Beholder is going to be good in 2 ways. I'm going to cut the Herald here. First of all, it can get rid of the fly, which I saw there, and it can give my guys menace, which might allow me to actually kill the Planeswalker in combat that I saw, because their blockers might not be enough. The Ranger's Hog is not that great because they have their Eccentric's Apprentice, they have the Ginny Winchia, so they have good blockers on my 1/1 flyers. I'm not gonna do that. Do I want to have something else here? Like a Spear Dagger, Spiked Pit Trap? Don't think so. No, that's the deck. It's good enough. It's not great, but it's good enough to keep. Yeah, I'll do this. Gain 2 life. Why not? I only saw 1 enchantment from them, so I'm not gonna save this. And I have a removal that can get rid of the creature that might have the fly on it. So let's see if they want to get a treasure token. They have... Okay. Well, I guess I'll let them have the treasure token if they really want to. I drew a bunch of lands, but I have the 7-drop dragon here, so it's not such a big deal now. Of course, I would rather have one of the lands produce red here, but oh well. Okay, they have that thing. I will have that thing. He's not gonna block that. I guess I could double block it, but if they have some removal, I'm gonna let them attack for 4, and hopefully I will find something to play. They still have only swamps, but they have had, well, 1-drop and a 4-drop. They missed 2 and 3 mana plays. Then again, I had 2-drop and a 4-drop, so it's pretty even. They can attack for 4 here, which is gonna allow them to win the race if this is the status quo. But okay, they have something. They could have like a Manticore. Not sure how I feel about it. The 2/3 isn't that great in this board though, so let's let them use their stuff for it. So they can get a treasure token and use like a Manticore to get rid of the Pegasus. I guess if they have anything else, I don't care. Manticore is the best thing they might have, I think. They could have, of course, the Feign Death. No, that doesn't work. Okay, so first they choose to do what? That wasn't no Feign Death. They get a treasure token and then Zombie ogre. Okay, they get to venture with this thing, but they lost a card and basically they traded it for a treasure and a venture. Not a bad trade necessarily, but not really that huge either. Alright, so at least I have this thing. So I'm going to attack with 2-3 and I'm going to try to kill the zombie ogre. I hope they don't have the feign death though, but there's not much I can do about it. I guess I could have blocked the clattering skeletons, but no blocks. Okay, they have something, so if they have a feign death, I'm gonna be... Oh, that's gonna be so bad. Yeah, well, they have something. Okay, they didn't have that, but that's still good. 2 cards and treasure. That was value for them. Okay. Well. Okay, that is good. So let's just kill that thing. Or try to do it. I mean, they might now have the feign death. Okay. I need to scry here. That has death touch even. Oh man. Not great. Oh, I can't keep the Dragon's Fire when I'm not having the mana to cast the one in my hand. Now, next turn I can cast the Black Dragon, so I'm not gonna double block this guy. I think I'm gonna try to double block the Clattering Skeletons. Hopefully they have run out of the instant speed stuff. I will lose the Pegasus on it. They get to, venture. They get to venture again, but if I get to resolve the Black Dragon, kill the Yuan-Ti, that's gonna still be okay. But yeah, they are still at 3 cards. They have stuff left. And they have a interaction there. Well, I guess they don't get to venture twice now. They only get 1-1 now, and I get to kill the Fangblade, hopefully. And that's good with the Fangblade, but it's gonna die now. Hopefully, that's not like a bar gate they have there. They can make the 1-1 unblockable, and I have to actually trade with the skeletons here because I can't race with this thing, so it's not great for me, but they have only 2 cards. If one of them is a land, and I would draw like at the red source at some point. Okay, they have something. That's kind of annoying. That is very annoying because they didn't equip the 1-1 here. So they have, given that they have 9 mana available, that's gonna be something huge they have. No. Okay, well that's really useless. Can't do anything else than this because I can't block the unblockable 2-2. So I go to 7. Well, that's a few turns time here, but they didn't. Okay, well I wish they get to draw a card now. Yeah, okay, now I need the red source. I mean, I have drawn half of the deck almost. I have 4 ways to make the red mana happen. Okay, that works. That does work, and I have even the your ambush on the road, which helps me to save this thing. Okay, so they have an instant in their hand. Just don't know what it is, because they could have like another feign death. If they had a deadly dispute, they would definitely... Okay, so... well, there's no point using this, because then they just, exile the dragon. So maybe they detect the dragon's fire. I don't know. They might take this if they have other removal. And now if they have also removal spell, that's like good for them. Good for them if they have all that. Okay. Not great. But I'm still alive. I mean, they get to go to some dungeon. I go to 4, they go to some dungeon, and they are at 9 themselves. Okay, they still have some card. Okay, fine. Sure. Well, I have a blocker for it at least. Is it gonna be a high roll or a low roll? Low roll. Okay, good. And I have a blocker for this. But now let's hope they draw like 3 lands in a row, and I draw some business. That is 1 land. But they get to scry and... Sorry, they get not to scry, but... Well, they could get to scry, but they get to choose which dungeon they're gonna go to. Oh, they can do that. I kind of forgot. This thing has flying, so I can't block the sign. So now I'm in very low chance to win here, because I need to deal with both of them with 1 card drawn. It is going to be tough. That's not gonna be enough, because well, this is gonna be killing me anyway. So that's just... And they can choose to sacrifice. Sorry, sacrifice the charmed sleep. So they even have 2 lethal creatures there, and I don't think I need to change anything. I need to just draw a little bit better. Maybe have some on curve plays a bit more. Oh, my bum rares. The black-white 2-drop or the 4-drop mythic dragon. That would be nice. Oh man, why is it like this? 3 6-drops. Even though I have the 2-drop here, this is just... I mean, with 2 lands, I can't keep 3 6-drops. Oh man, but... I'm gonna keep it and draw planes, and then if I don't draw planes, I will concede the game. That's how it goes. Not yet. I will wait on a couple of turns, but it's just a bit delayed. But I mean, that will give me a planes and not planes, but a treasure token that I can use to get the Triumphant Adventurer, and then I can hope they have no good follow-up kill spell on this or something like that. This can get me a scry at least if it gets to attack once. And maybe I can just draw land right away. Okay, they go to turn 2 apprentice, which is fine. Okay then, no lands. Well, I have still 1 match left in this event, because even if I lose this, it would be my first loss. If they have a Ray of Enfeeblement there, they can have that too. So this starts to be game over unless I draw like a mountain now. How about the Dragon's Fire? Let's get a mountain now. I can kill both of these guys. But actually, mountain would be okay. That wouldn't be a bad thing. I could still survive with the mountain, but this is gonna be a 5 damage. I can't leave through these attacks for many turns. I guess now any untapped land will give me the priest, which can block the Displacer Beast. Or that. So now I'm facing 7 damage or a jump block and 5 damage. So I'm just gonna forget about this game now and let's go to the final match. Because I have 3 wins and 1 loss, so the next win or next loss will end the event. But that was just a non-game. I know I could have mulliganed to 5, but the mulliganing to 5 is just miserable, and that had a chance to win if I drew the planes quickly enough there. Okay, final match. Again, opponent gets to choose who goes first. They go first, and I might remind you, I have had a lot of 2-land starters. I play 18 lands in the deck, so this should be very rare. Now I have here Mountain and White Mana, 2 Dragon's Fires, and then all black cards, expensive and double casters. Well, this is not double caster, these 2 are. So, okay, I'll keep it, sure. I'll have a couple of removal spells. I mean, funny. I'll kill the early plays. Hopefully I just draw Swamp here, and that's not gonna give me a... Well, that's not what I needed here. What the heck? I drew a mountain. I had 1 mountain in the deck. All the other lands could produce something else than red. Well, I guess land is good still, but... oh yeah, if I can't draw... swamps, yeah, I need multiple swamps here, of course, so... Yeah, well, I just had a game where I mulliganed to 6 and kept the 1 lander because it was that can potentially win. Okay, do they have a lot of dragons there? Yeah, so I mean this is another game in a row with a like a non-game here. They don't even play targets for this thing. I'm not gonna kill the Plundering Barbarian, and I can kill this because I have a black dragon, so maybe I should do it right away. I'm not gonna show them the Draco, this Ibon Death. Come on, swamp. No, a black card instead. I have drawn 6 cards. One of them was a mountain, the only land in the deck. Well, I mean, I guess if it was a plains, it wouldn't have helped much, but still, plains would have been okay because I have now a double white card here. But out of the 6 cards, 1 land. So 5 non-lands. When I am playing 18 lands in the deck. I have 15 lands here and 12 non-lands here. And I just keep drawing non-lands. So I have the option to kill this guy. I have the option to discard something I won't be using here. I'm gonna discard the Minimus Containment. I'm not gonna give them a treasure here. I have a couple of removal spells here. I just need to draw a swamp and then another swamp. But well, they have 6 cards and okay, 5 cards, and all of them are spells because they missed the land drop too. So I'm up against 5 spells in here. They have also 6 mana here. They have 3 colors. Okay. Well, if I get the swamp, I will play the drop instead. So. Okay. That is 7 cards drawn. One of them was a land, and it was the most useless land in the history of. And now they get even value out of this transaction, so. Great. complete non-game. This is a complete non-game. They have 2 loyal warhounds. Okay, and I still just can't draw land. That's enough for me. I mean, I'm not gonna even have any castable spells. I take 5 and go to 5. Just whatever. Whatever. At least in the sealed event, 3 wins is almost as good as 4 wins, because the only difference is 400 gems. If I lose now, I get 1800 gems. If I win, I get 2200 gems. So it's not really that big of a deal. But if this match had like a big stakes here, I would really be annoyed about what just happened and what happened in the third game of the previous match. So it's all good. All good now, and I just, whatever, I keep the same deck. Let's see if I have a third hand in row, or set of hands that are not gonna offer me a decent starting hand. Yes, indeed. Mulligan this one. I mean, this is, I'm playing 18 lands. How many 2-landers can you have with an 18 land deck? Okay, that's it. I'm almost considering the event, but I'm gonna keep it and draw a planes here. I have the sampling gas too, so I'm gonna keep them. I don't need the Range's Hawk. I'm gonna keep the White Dragon because it wins the game. But this is a third game in a row that has, I mean, forced mulligans and still bad hands. And I'm reminding you, 18 lands in the deck. Now this was the thing that actually allows me to have a game here. Unless they get to remove it. Which I hope they can't, but if they, yeah, let's see. It's a very important turn now. There's not a whole lot many, there's not a lot of cards that can deal with the adventurer. I want to have the scry at least once. And I do. Don't need these actually. Even though the land is good for the dragon, but I think I need like a mountain or some spell to cast here. I can do this. Let's see if they have the third color, because they have also 3 colors. Okay, Loyal Warhound, which is, oh, they get the free planes there, of course. And they have the third color, and well, I'm gonna get the treasure token, it's not that hard. Are they gonna trade here? That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, they can deal 3 to me, whatever. I don't want to use the treasure for... Okay, so there went my value out of that thing. I mean, of course. But... yeah. I still have a chance, so let's not get too desperate here. Now I will obviously leave the sampling gas to block here. And the White Dragon, if they don't have an answer for it, can be good. If I just draw one of the red producing lands, that will of course be good with the Dragon's Fires. Okay, they are having something. Let's see what they have. Okay, they have nothing, and I will get to make a treasure here. So both the Dragon's Fires can be used now, but I also might want to cast a dragon, which will burn these things. At least if I draw a 5th land of any kind, I can just burn one of these things. But let's see what I actually draw. Now this is stalemate now on the ground. Yeah, that kind of needs to be killed, because that's gonna give them so much value. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give the little, let they have, I mean the other Dragon's Fire will be had here, but I don't wanna burn this treasure on the dragon when I don't have red mana available. Sure, let's see if they wanna kill my treasure. If they do, am I gonna kill the 2? No, I'm not gonna kill the 2/2. I can block it with testing, and they make a treasure for themselves, so they don't of course know about the Dragon's Fire here. So, okay, that makes me... I'm assuming they're gonna have some removal on this thing, but what can I do? Not play this card, right? Okay, they changed that into cards. Nothing I can do about it. I'm actually happy they killed a creature rather than a treasure token there. Okay, that's only 2/2 there. They will... Yeah, they will... Yeah, after 2 ventures it's gonna kill this. And oh, they just can't afford to use 2 cards for it because they still have 4 cards in their hand. Well, at least I drew another one of these guys. Funny. So let's see if they kill this too. I mean, this is a pretty... the kind of situation where I win the game if they don't answer this. Unless they have a... I mean, I can kill a 4 toughness blocker too. And if they can answer this, they have so much more cards than I, that I just am not gonna win. Unless I draw like a... somehow... I could draw the mythic black one. Yeah, but the mythic black dragon is one thing. But, alright. Okay then. So they return, or they chose to return instead of kill everything, because they had mana by sacrificing the treasures. But they used 2 mana on it, so they can return. No, they... Oh, they have another kill spell here. Dragon's Fire, sure. Well, I can kill this, so it's not such a big deal. Just get rid of this guy. And now, sadly, I have only a land when they have 3 cards, and I don't know how many of them are lands. Okay, Celestial Unicorn and the Moonblast, which can get some crazy class, right? Okay, that's good too. I get a Dark Pool, or actually Fungi Cavern. They get to go to Dark Pool and make this into 4/3, but I guess I can just trade with it. So yeah, let's make this guy that. And if they go to dark, well, they can... Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a 1/1 after all this is happened, and this is a 4/3. If I have another... I have one of these precipitous drops myself. Now that would be pretty good. I mean, it's gonna give -5/-5 because the next venture here is actually gonna complete the dungeon. So that would be fantastic on many ways. I can even return the Triumphant Advent. Okay, if I draw my own drop now, I will kill the unicorn. This will be able to attack and return me the Triumphant Adventurer. So that's the way I'm actually gonna be in a very good shape. Let's see if that's gonna happen. That's only 1 card in my deck. No, it did not happen. Well, it can still happen. I mean, I have a couple of turns, but I'm taking 7. Yeah, that's exactly that. 2 turns. I take 7 here. I take 7 here, and now... yeah. Okay, Black Dragon. That's... Well, it's gonna have to kill this because... Well, I suppose... I want to have the chance to... Problem is that when they draw a venture card, this will die because this will become a -5/-5. But... if they don't, and if I draw a venture card, which I don't have too many of... I have the Precipitous drop, and I have the Hawk, right? What's the third one? I mean, I have 4. This is 1, but I have a 4th one too. It is... I think I have 2 cards that venture in my deck still. Or 3 even. Oh man, I can't remember the drop this and the I have 4 cards in my deck that venture. Just don't remember what is the 4th one. Don't think it matters too much now. So let's see. I would want to kill the unicorn, but then this fish I would have to trade with the Lightfoot Rogue with this thing. I can't raise this guy. Well, I'm gonna play this anyway. That is just going to happen. The problem is if I kill this, I have to. Yeah, okay, fine. Let's kill the unicorn, and then I will just hope they don't roll a 20 for this thing. That would be awkward. Okay, just a land. Okay, let's. Okay, no 20 here, so it has death touch like always. So I will just do this, and 8, 4, 4, 1. Okay, if we both just have lands, I will win. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay. Well, I mean, this is just, I mean, if they don't draw a 1-point damage here, I actually will win with the dragon. Unless they have a removal for the dragon, but I have a blocker for this thing. That's, okay, that's funny, because that's not gonna kill the dragon. Dragons will trade. I will go to 1 and I have this thing to block the 3 too. Yep. Oh, they drew something or forgot I have this. Which one it is? They forgot I have this, right? Okay, they just... Okay, then let's get a land so I can not maybe draw any more lands. Yeah, doesn't matter really what I do here. Okay, this is still gonna win on the next turn unless they get 1 damage somehow. Life loss damage. Okay, that's bad. And... Okay. They get a land and then I win with the land. Now, can I have a reasonable starting hand? So they have unexpected windfall, which is a double red. So are they just playing... That's just a 3-color deck, right? That is a 3-color deck. Okay, well, they have a couple of those precipitous drops. They have an Orcus. Well, my Dragon's Fires killed the Orcus, but it has, of course, a very valuable enters the battlefield ability. Now, I'm thinking about the Baleful Beholder. If they're gonna do the same thing, they're gonna play this on my creature that doesn't immediately die. I might be able to make them sacrifice it. But is the Herald gonna be better or worse? I will be on the draw. The Herald being a 4/4 is actually not so bad here, I think. They have a Dawnbringer cleric, but I don't think I have enchantments in this deck more than the... Okay, 2. So one of them is the drop. What is the other one? Oh yeah, it's the containment. Should I cut it? Maybe I should cut it. And then I should have... Do I want to play the Beholder anyway? Do they have a fast deck? No, they don't have a fast deck. I will play the 6/5. Maybe for once I will have like more than 2 lands in my starting hand. Guess the Ranger's Hawk is maybe not... Well, it's still okay. I use this deck. Now that's a lot of expensive cards, but it is 18 lands that I'm playing here. Maybe I'm getting a starting hand that has more than 2 lands. Let's not mulligan. Oh man, this is just... I mean, how many lands in a row that has... Hands in a row that has only 2 lands? And I have 18 in my deck. Now again, a couple of Dragon's Fires makes this okay if I draw planes, but if I draw planes, then I need to draw another swamp. I will keep it. I mean, I'm just... I mean, this was a good one, of course, but if I now draw planes, this will be fantastic. Well, that's not bad. I get to deal 5 with all of these if I need to. Yeah, once again, that guy is not gonna survive, because it's gonna be too much value in the end. Come on, please. Well, the fourth land wasn't that bad. I don't need any white cards to be played yet. Well, that's not gonna help them. Do I wanna kill it? I guess I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna reveal a dragon again because they know about it. Okay, that's good. I can play the Ebon Death and then I can play the Barrowing. Let's see if the Ebon Death can actually go the distance here. Okay, so I kept the hand that was very awkward, but I drew exactly what I needed there. And they're gonna discard something. Okay, power word kill. I mean, yeah, they know about the dragon. It doesn't kill a dragon, but I have creatures in the deck. What are the 2 cards they kept in their hand if they discarded a power word kill? I am very confused now, and I'm also a bit scared. Wow. Why would they do that? Yeah, that can... Yeah, it dies, but I'm gonna get it back at some point. It doesn't exile it. I can just use Dragon's Fire and then return this. But anyway, now I'm going to do this and go into Fandel, but I want to scry here. And I don't need a swamp. So if they play a creature that dies to Dragon's Fire, to 3 damage. Okay, I don't bring in a cleric, I can now use it to get rid of this thing. So yeah, I will do that. They scry to where? Top, okay. But well, I'm gonna do the both. So I'm gonna first do this, and then I will do this and this. Destroy an enchantment. Attack for 3. That's not gonna happen anytime soon. Don't have really any venture here. That's gonna get a treasure for them. And now if things die, I will get to... Yeah, they basically can't trade here. Oh, Beholder is gonna be good too, but let's first see if they're gonna trade. Because then I get to play the Mythic Dragon. Okay, yeah. So what I'm gonna do here is just gonna play the 6-5. Okay, I might actually win here. Might actually win here now. And I did. Well, that was kind of awkward, but in the end, very good that I, ended up winning. But the starting hands there, and I played 18 lands. I shouldn't whine, and because I ended up drawing what I needed, but it could have been a bit more convenient. But anyway, 4 wins. That was a great set of sealed runs because I actually had 4 of these events. This is the 4th and last one because the event will not exist for much longer anymore. It will cease to be available. But anyway, 4 of these traditional seals, and in 3 of them I got the 4 wins, and in 1 of them I got 3 wins. So that's actually a fantastic result. And well, it seems like I was able to work out reasonable decks in each of the pools. In here, it was very lucky that I had the Temple of the Dragon Queen and the Evolving Wilds, which allowed me to play the black and white deck with the triple Dragon's Fire Splash without it hurting too much the mana. Let's not think about the starting hands and the mana issues I had too much. On paper, this mana base is actually pretty good, and with 18 lands, I should be having, a better starts than I did have. But okay, this was the final sealed deck event, and next one will be, I don't recall which one was the previous draft, but it's either traditional or premier draft, depending on what I had the last time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.